Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. How are you doing? With the MCQ multiple choice questions about chapter 9, when blood's flowing through the vena cava, which main blood vessel will it flow through next after the vena cava? The vena cava collect the blood from the body to the right atrium, from there to the right ventricle, and then the blood will be carried to the outside of the heart to the lung through which blood vessel? Correct. Pulmonary artery. So the answer must be C. The diagram shows four different stages in one heartbeat, PQRS. What is the correct order for the stage after stage P, after P, after the two atria receive the blood? After they receive the blood, they should squeeze it to the ventricle. That's why R makes sense. So PR. After P, we should have R. That's why we have either B or C. Okay. After the blood become in the right and the left ventricle, should be squeezed out of them. So Q makes sense. So after R must have Q. That's why answer B is correct. Which blood vessel contain valve? Must be a vein. Must be a vein. So whatever its name, it should be a vein. Renal vein makes sense. The one attached to the kidney. The diagram shows a double circulatory system which a vessel carry oxygenated blood. Carry oxygenated blood. It must be the one which collect the blood from the lung to the heart or from the heart to the body. We have the lung here, so the one which carry blood back to the heart is okay, and from the heart to the body is okay as well. That's why 2 and 4 are the correct answer. That's why it must be D. Question 16. The diagram shows the human double circulatory system. Can never be A, can never be B, because A, 2 chambers, B, 3 chambers. The heart is 4 chambers. So it must be either C or D. I can see in C that the heart exits the ventricle and goes to the atrium of the same side, which doesn't make a sense. So the only answer that makes sense is D. The diagram shows some parts from the blood of a mammal, which part would contain the breakdown process of bacteria, contain the breakdown products of bacterial cell. Must be A, because A is a phagocyte that will engulf a bacterial cell and digest it. Next. This is a real picture for the blood sample. The photograph shows a human blood cell and seen under microscope at a high power, which are red cells. I should have 2 of them. R is pointing to an RBC, Q is pointing to an RBC as well. So R and Q. Answer is B. Diagram shows the human heart, which 2 chambers contract at the same time. 2 chambers which contract at the same time should be either 2 atria or 2 ventricles. Again, the 2 atria contract together and the 2 ventricles contract together. So it's either W and X or Z and Y. W and X. It's A. Very good. Next. This is one more blood sample. The diagram shows the blood as seen under a microscope, which identifies parts P, Q, R, and S. I should identify them first. Who is P? P is platelets. It's pointing to those little dark spots. Q is the plasma. S is the phagocyte, and R is an RBC. When I go to the platelets, for example, I have 4 different choices. Only this one is correct about the platelets, P. That's why answer is B. The plan shows the blood system of a mammal. What does the part labeled X stand for? X. X. X must be a lung, because the blood exits this ventricle to the lung and then back to the atrium of the other side. That's why the answer is D. The diagram shows the human blood as seen through a light microscope. person blood is unable to clot. Which component of the blood is not functioning properly? If the blood is not clotting, which part is not functioning well? This one, the platelets, because the platelets are responsible for blood clots. The diagram shows the circulatory system of a mammal. What describes the blood in the vessels X and Y as oxygenated or deoxygenated? X and Y. X and Y. Y carries blood from the heart to body organs, to the body organs. Okay? This left atrium receives the blood from the lung. So both X and Y contain oxygenated blood. So it must be oxygenated, oxygenated. Answer is D. What are the functions of the human blood system? Is it carrying eggs, carrying glucose, carrying partly digested food from the mouth to the stomach, carrying urine from the kidney to the bladder? It's carrying glucose from the gut, which is the small intestine, to the liver. This is one function of the blood. How often must a blood cell in renal artery pass through the heart before it again reach the renal artery? As it starts at the points and get back to the same point, whatever the name of the point, should go through the heart twice, because we have a double circulatory system, or blood double circulation, sorry. What shows the sequence of organ through which urea pass as it travels from where it is produced to where it's removed from the blood? Keep in mind that urea is made in the liver. That's why we do exclude in A and B directly. From any body organ, blood will flow to the heart. That's why C makes sense. The diagram shows the blood circulatory system of a human. How many times does the blood pass through the heart on its way from the kidney to the aorta? From the kidney to the aorta. Let's say, where is the kidney? Here you are. From the kidney we'll go to the right atrium. This is once through the heart. From there to the right ventricle, then will flow to the lung, then get back to the heart in the left atrium, then to the left ventricle, second time into the heart, and then flow in the aorta. So from the kidney to the aorta, we did flow through the heart 2 times. That's why the answer is B. The diagram shows a double circulatory system, okay, which 2 vessels carry blood at the highest pressure. The ones which carry blood at the highest pressure are the arteries. So I'm looking for arteries. How to find them? Arteries take blood out of the heart. So they must be 1 and 4. Simply the answer is B. Thank you for watching this video. See you again. Best of luck.